Serenity Funeral Home. We are a family-owned and operated funeral home where we offer complete personalized funeral services, leading our community in funeral and cremation services. Make an appointment for your pre-need and at-need arrangements by calling us at 702-647-0123. Once again, that number is 702-647-0123. Serenity Funeral Home, caring for your loved ones as if they're our own.
Chico Sticks, Pickles, Jolly Ranchers, Mary Jane's, Pop Rocks, Lemon Heads. Should I go on? Bitter Honey, Freeze Cups, Candy Cigarettes. Listen, how about you make your way down to the modern-day Candy Lady and see all of this and more? Satisfy that sweet tooth Tuesday through Saturday from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. at Sight and Sound Candy and more. Follow us on IG at Sight and Sound Candy and on Facebook at Sight and Sound Candy. We are located at 1000 North Martin Luther King on the corner of Washington and MLK. Give us a call, 702-648-4444. Again, that number, 702-648-4444. Thank you.
Broadcasting live from downtown Las Vegas, you're tuned in to Gorilla Cross Radio.
Yo, you tuned in to Gorilla Cross Radio.
Welcome to Let the Ball Bounce. This your host, Trey Bailey. Bill Blockham Logan.
Yeah.
In the building, man. We appreciate everybody giving us a little bit of time on this Tuesday at 6 p.m. Pacific time. We give you guys the best of sports talk radio. Please download the Gorilla Cross app on your phone and follow your guys as we give you the best of sports talk radio. Yeah, that's all me, man. Seriously. Big ups to the executive producers of the show. Shake DeVille out of Long Beach. And Speak Low out of St. Louis, man, by the way of Vegas. And by the way, Speak Low is in Vegas, man. He is the one of the music producers of the show. He created this beat right here. Him and Quan make sure that we have some good tunes in the background, man. So we appreciate them, gentlemen. And to the producers of the show, Bill Logan, Goose Thomas, Sherm the Worm, and your guy, Dre Bailey. Look, man, please share the live feed. If you are on Facebook right now, we got a great show for you today. It's a lot of sports to be talked about. So baseball, a lot of noise in baseball. Football, college basketball, the NBA. You know what I'm saying? It's worldwide around here. Nah, man. And look, man, we appreciate everybody who went out and voted. If you knew who you wanted to vote for, don't just go out and vote just to vote. Know who you're voting for and what you're voting and know what you are voting for. Because guess what? Trump is entering his name
in the hat?
In the hat to be president again. And guess what? He may win it again. Don't be surprised. Do not be surprised if Trump is the president again.
Trump?
Yeah. Don't be surprised.
I won't.
But just on my ticker today, it showed that the court has allowed them to show his taxes. So, not that that's gonna matter any.
No. He's had over 20 rape allegations too. Does that matter?
No, it don't.
Did that matter?
No.
Oh, okay. Bill Cosby had how many? And he got raked over the coals.
Man, let me tell y'all something. To those who are African Americans who are listening to the show now, stop waking up in the morning thinking that you are going to one day be created equal as everyone else. You're just not.
You go down there looking for justice, that's what you get gonna find. Just us.
You good? You know what I'm saying? That's it. You know, we have to stop thinking that things should be fair. It's never fair, right? You just got to play with the cards that you're dealt, right? If you had a bad hand in Tonk, you got to play it out, right?
You got to play a thing out, man.
What about spades? If you got to
play that thing out.
Unfortunately, you got to play that spade.
If you play that thing
unless
out,
you don't have no face cards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you have a bad hand in spades, you got 2 spades, no, face cards, you could probably throw it in. You know, the board may come together and say, that could be me.
I've had hands where I could say I could literally got nothing, bro.
Nothing.
I look across the board. Goose. I ain't got nothing.
I can't help.
Look.
Yon.
It's all you.
Yon.
So
whatever you got, we got.
We got.
So us as a people, man,
I've been in games like that.
We have to play the cards that we're dealt. We really do. So we appreciate everybody. If you're on Facebook, please share us on your live feed right now.
And you know what about that statement? Dude, you can make it.
Yeah. Still make it.
You can do just fine.
Yeah,
if the cards ain't dealt your way.
Yeah.
You can do just fine.
I agree.
You know why? Because we've all faced that, right?
Yeah.
Sitting at this table.
Absolutely.
Cards wasn't dealt. I wasn't born with no silver spoon in my mouth.
Out debate.
Didn't come from generational wealth.
No.
Wasn't inherited any money.
At all. What about a couple $100? Were you inherited a couple $100?
No. Wasn't left any money from my, people that's, went on to glory. What Billy had to do? Billy had to go out there and get it himself.
Yeah.
That's what Billy did.
So let me ask you this. When the Holocaust happened, did they end up getting a big some payment or did
I don't know. So,
was there any money given to the Jews when the Holocaust happened?
of course.
I heard Germany paid them over $200 billion.
$200 billion?
Wow.
For their role in the Holocaust.
So what has white America paid blacks for their role in over 400 years of slavery? I shouldn't ask those questions. It's mighty quiet. Is this Gorilla Cross owned by I want to know. I'm asking. I'm an inquired mind. So I want to know.
40 acres and a mule, was it? That was supposed to be the thing.
How would they do that, though? How would they do that? Would they just go to every last name and say, we're going to give the Bailey family 40 acres and a mule? Like right now, what is a mule worth right now? Because that's an ass.
You can keep the jackass.
I'll tell you a little story.
Because I haven't been to Gordon Ramsay, but I'm pretty sure he ain't serving mule meat.
I'll tell you a story.
I need some lamb.
Yeah, lamb.
Be the closest.
I'll tell you a story.
Let's go.
My father's side of the family, my grandmother, they inherited land.
Okay.
After slavery.
Given to them by the government?
Given to them by the slave owners.
Okay.
Oh.
But not the government.
No.
Slave owner.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Wow.
They had to do the work themselves. Had to share crop. When my dad turned 18, he said, you know what? This is not the type of living I want my family to do for the rest of their lives. So I'm gonna go to the army. And I'm gonna send money back to save so y'all can get up out of here.
Yeah.
Because we're not gonna be sharecropping for the rest of our lives.
Interesting. I just celebrated my grandparents' 75th wedding anniversary this past Saturday.
Yeah.
Big ups to all of the Bailey family who came out from Houston, Texas, Florida, Hawaii, Cali, New Mexico. In Mexico, we got family throughout these parts. Didn't know I had that much family in Houston and Dallas. That's where my grandfather's from. He's from Tyler, Texas. So from the Texas area, I got so much family that I haven't even seen or even begun to even reach out to. So I'm gonna make that a mission to do that. Go to Houston, Dallas, Tyler, go do some things. And we celebrated my grandparents' 75th wedding anniversary. My grandmother's 92 and my grandfather's 97. Still alive, kicking, walking, chilling, talking, commanding an audience. That's what we do. And my granddad got on. He said, man, I remember when gas was 10 cents a gallon. Yikes. Goose.
Wow.
10 cents.
Gone are the days.
A gallon.
Wow.
Yeesh.
So, I said
Yikes.
my piece to say, to piggyback off what you were saying.
Yeah.
They were, they had land, but it was going to take too much to maintain the land.
Yeah.
They didn't have the
It was going to
resources.
take it was going to take too many resources. They weren't going to get paid like they was supposed to get paid.
Nope.
So they ended up walking away from it.
My granddad has given the house that him and his siblings, 12 siblings, he's the last one left. He's given his house to his brother's kids, the house that they grew up in Texas. It's a small shack. I think it's a 1-bedroom.
Most likely,
They all grew up in it.
especially out there.
Yeah. And, he's just like, I'm just too old to try to keep it or maintain it.
Yeah. Now, how much land surrounds this?
I would have to ask him.
That is the key because this was probably about 15 years ago. My grandfather's, it might have been a little longer than that, but I'm gonna say 15 years. My grandfather's and grandmother's home was sold in Jonesville, Texas, and all of the grandchildren got a portion of the proceeds from the land and the home, combined, because it was sold as one piece. So it was about 2.5 acres of land plus the 3-bedroom, probably 1,500 square foot home that it sat on. My portion, a whopping $433. Just to show you how many grandkids it is. But yeah, from 15 children, you could imagine each child averages about 4 children per child.
Yikes.
About that, give or take. So,
And, people might say, my family was crazy to walk away from land like that. But
when you don't have the resources, you
at the end of the day, what can you do?
don't know.
And it wasn't an immediate move.
Right.
When my dad went to the Army in 1940.
Yeah.
It took him. My family came out here in 1952.
Mm-hmm.
So it took 12 years for them to migrate from Louisiana to here.
Yeah.
So they still had to work and make whatever money they could make along with whatever my dad was sending back. But
Sure.
that's what he went to the service for.
Yeah.
In a time too where service was segregated.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't think people really quite understand that when people get all patriotic and stand for the flag and do this, do that, respect the military. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. But people that look like us, didn't get respect while they were serving in that same military that you telling them they got to stand up for.
We don't
When the song come on.
still don't get respect.
You know, my dad told me the reason why he went to the army. He said it wasn't on no patriotic.
Yeah. Needed work. Need to get some money.
I did it to help my family get up out of
What are we
Louisiana.
talking about?
And there was nothing for me to do but work on the plantation,
That's it.
the farm.
That's it.
I didn't want to do that. So I went out and explored the world.
Yep.
He been around the country, been around the world, Korea. He's been to Germany. He's been to all those places.
Yeah.
A lot of places in the United States.
Yeah.
So he was able to travel.
Yeah.
Learned to trade in there. He's a mechanic.
Yep.
He learned to trade in there.
Yeah. I think it was the same for
wasn't-
my pops.
Yeah, he wasn't going to be able to do that working on the plantation, picking cotton,
No.
sharecropping.
No.
I'm gonna happen.
You know, it's crazy because my grandfather is a carpenter by trade, and could build you a house from the ground up, literally. And to still have them and hear some of the stories, I gotta invite y'all over just so you could just sit and listen.
Yeah.
Like you'll learn so much.
Of course.
And they've definitely stood the test of time. Slavery, riots, you know, things that they never thought would happen. Hearing about a man walking on the moon, you know, watching rock and roll be stolen away from.
But they watched a lot of stuff get stolen.
Right? All of the things that their culture invented be stolen away. I mean, they've seen a lot.
Yeah.
They've seen the first black president, which they thought they would never see. You go back to the 1925, and ask my granddad, do you think there'll ever be a black president? And I'm sure at that time he would tell you, not just no, but hell no.
Yeah.
So we've been through a lot, but we still got so far to go. Seriously.
I don't know why people don't understand that. Like, they say, well, black people done came up. Came up on what? The only thing that ain't happened is public hangings. It's the only thing that ain't happening right now.
Oh, they're publicly shooting people. I mean,
gotta-
they turned in those.
Yeah, turned in the ropes. I mean, you know. But, I mean, come on, man.
Got so far to go, y'all.
Come on, man. Long way.
So cherish the people that are in your life right now.
Talking about 400 years of a setback.
Yeah.
It's not finna.
You know what I look at it as?
Everybody had 400-year head start.
Come on.
You know what
a
I look
400-year hair start.
You know what I look at it as?
Tough.
About that long way to go.
Mm.
We've reached it, bro. We ain't got no farther. We ain't got no farther. to
Look,
go.
man.
Wow.
We've reached it. It's 2022.
We're at the apex, bro.
We're there.
I believe that. At the apex.
If it ain't really changed,
It's over.
You don't think so?
Brother.
We've reached the ceiling,
Brother.
is what you're
the
saying.
ceiling is the roof.
the ceiling is there. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
I think, and this just me.
Optimistic Loke.
I think I could be a little. I want to be optimistic about the ceiling.
You got a hole in it. We might be able to slither through.
Yeah.
Unrealistic
some point.
expectations, brother.
At some point, though, it may not be till year 3020, but I won't be here to see it.
Oh, okay.
So I'm gonna speak life into maybe there's a retractable roof.
Oh, okay.
that ceiling.
I'm gonna go where you going. So the people, so our ancestors that were slaves, right? They probably thought the
Their
same way
roof
we thought.
Their roof was
Right.
there. They were like, there is no way
they
we're
didn't
getting.
think that they would ever, like that would ever change. They died trying to see that. They never got to see it. Well, We're no longer slaves, right? In the literal sense. No longer slaves in the literal sense. In the literal
What does the
sense.
Constitution say?
The Constitution still reads what it reads. But they sprinkle some dignity in there.
Yeah.
Some dignity got sprinkled. So, in the literal sense, we're no longer slaves. I'm with you, though. I'm with you. We're here. We're here. So, to Dre's point, with our ancestors that were slaves and that were beaten and chained and such, they didn't think that they would be able to get out of that. They died not seeing it.
Mm-hmm.
And now we're here, right? Hundreds of 400 years later, we're here. Well,
because
maybe it'll take
where we are in our lives right now, which were few, if any, back in the day,
right?
Progress was made.
Yes.
Yeah, no question.
Yeah.
No question. That's why.
But as we all say, there's still more.
It's work to be done.
400-year setback, dog.
Yeah.
The Holocaust was when? Because I'm getting ready to go there. The Holocaust was when? Between years what and what?
In the 40s, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
In there.
Mm-hmm.
We in 2022, man.
Me and Dre discussed it.
They make
How long did the Holocaust last? 4 years?
4 or 5 years, yeah.
How long did slavery last?
400.
So if they gave
Ooh, they got 200
billion,
from
how much should we
Germany.
get?
Germany.
100 billion?
Let's see. I thought somebody just posted it. So Germany paid Israel the sum total of $3 billion, as Paul Ruffin said that.
Mm-hmm.
They paid Israel that sum.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I mean, 1619.
They gave the Jews Israel and ripped it right off the Palestinian feet. Dave. Boy, we getting a little real.
Hey, man. Might be some things folks don't want to hear, man. But hey, you can't say you didn't know.
Can't say you didn't know.
These are facts. These aren't just opinions.
No, these are facts.
These are facts.
These are real.
See, when a lot of
facts.
people say facts, when somebody say something, some people say that on opinions.
Yeah.
I can, me, you, and all of us can say
Facts.
facts
Yeah, facts.
And mean just that.
and mean it. Because it is.
well,
Look it up.
Vegas is making strides.
How you say it, Goose? Look it up.
It's there.
Yeah. Vegas. When I thought Vegas had a roof, it's actually making strides.
Yes.
Because Vegas is getting a Final Four in 2028.
We talked about that right here at this desk, did we not? When the thoughts
That's gonna be
of
the hottest
Allegiant,
ticket in town.
It's gonna be insane. When the hottest when Allegiant was a thought, when they hadn't even broke ground yet, when it was just a thought, we was like, dog, can you imagine the Final Four in Las Vegas, Nevada, bro?
That's going to be dope, bro.
That's gonna be crazy.
Yeah.
Come on, bruh.
Mm.
2028, I believe it is.
Yeah.
Come on, y'all. And I don't know how many people been to a Final Four, but it is an epic
Yes.
event.
Is it epic that UNLV has a 5-0 start?
Very much so. And I absolutely love it for the UNLV Running Rebels. I
And they
truly
doing
do.
all this without Rice from behind the arc.
Got young Kruger over there.
Yeah.
Man. Put together a nice little collection of talent over there, bro. And they are playing really, really good basketball. Beat a ranked Dayton team.
Yeah.
Who, in my opinion, came in as like a not a bubble buster, but one of those teams that you really not looking at because they've generally played pretty well in the tournament.
Yeah.
Coming from the depths and winning tournament games. But I had them.
Didn't they
Like
have an epic game in the tournament years ago with Dayton?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like in 20,
Early, like
20
early 2010s.
2010, yeah, something
Yeah.
like that.
They're making the Dayton family proud.
Absolutely. So, yeah, man.
Quan, didn't you have a Dayton
the
family
Rebels,
on one of your rap shows? No.
Didn't you have some Daytons on your Monte Carlo?
You ain't have a T-top, though. Huh? You got a T-top, Brody?
The 40 spoke?
87? You had an 87 T-top?
Hit the like button if you know somebody out there who's rolling around Vegas
Honda
with some
spokes?
Daytons.
I had an 82 Cutlass, bro.
100 spoke.
All white, never washed it.
Yeah.
My front speakers was the only ones that worked.
What about the top 4 college football rankings?
Yeah. So, let's get to it, man.
Before
Baylor.
before we go there, just since we're on college football right now, Marcus Stokes, top college football recruit, loses a scholarship for posting rap or posting him rapping lyrics and using the N-word, and it's not Nordstrom. He was
It wasn't Nativity that he used. You know, shout out to the holiday season coming up.
yeah. What do I do?
Yeah. Florida, University of Florida commit too. One of the top quarterbacks in the class. That's coming out next year, man. It was just a little snippet too. I think it might have been 5 or 10 seconds, and it just cost him a whole scully.
You know what's crazy is because I see a lot of other races using that word, especially when I go to concerts and I'm watching rappers at the concert, and then I'm looking at the
Yes.
audience,
Yes.
and they're all rapping the lyrics,
Yes.
and they're all saying the N-word.
I experienced that at the Austin City Limits Music Festival in Austin, Texas, when I went out to see Outkast a few years back, man. So it's 150,000 people watching Outkast out there at the fairgrounds.
There was a dude on Fifth Element Hip Hop. I think he's Puerto Rican. So you know, in New York, like a lot of Puerto Ricans,
Fat Joe,
it's like
Fat Joe, Big Pun.
So he was in here though in Vegas, saying it on his bar test, and the comments were going crazy.
Yeah.
Like, yo, he's
Yeah.
dope,
Chill
but
out.
yo, why
Chill
you gotta
out,
keep
family.
saying the N-word?
Chill out, family.
But I'm not gonna lie, growing up, I said all the time rapping lyrics. Like we didn't know, like we were just reciting the lyrics.
Yeah.
So I had to train myself when I got older last year to stop saying it.
Last year,
When I got older.
No, but for real, like growing up listening to Wu-Tang and
Yeah, of
like
course.
we're repeating all of it.
Of course. Don't say it no more, Quan. Anyway,
he lost his collie.
He lost the Scully. It's over. It's over.
Wow.
He'll end up playing JUCO ball and working his way back. He'll spend 1 year at the JUCO and work his way back though.
Do you believe that people who make mistakes should be like just ousted and
No. But I need that to be across the board with everyone though. Because when Michael Vick fought pit bulls, which growing up on Donna, we saw pit bull fights on Donna and Nelson right on the corner. That happened.
Every neighborhood had
that happened.
yeah, I'm not gonna throw my hood under the bus like that, but
It is what it is.
you know,
it is what it is. We saw that. It's everybody that rode through the neighborhood saw that. But he was vilified, completely thrown up under the bus and backed over.
yeah,
What's my man named Riley Cooper? Gets to the country music concert, calls one of the security the N-word.
tragic.
He's back in the Philadelphia Eagle
And he got a
facilities
raise.
the next day.
And he got a raise.
And he got an uptick. And Michael Vick was the first one to forgive him. But this is what we're talking about.
Security guard simply told him he had to go. He said, "You gonna tell me to do nothing? I'll whoop all you niggas."
Yeah.
And got a raise.
And got a raise.
Ain't got a raise.
Interesting.
Cold game.
Who's gonna give Lane Kiffin a raise? It's rumors that he's leaving Ole Miss.
He told the squad that he wasn't. Got in front of him and said that he wasn't.
Okay.
leaving.
And there's also rumors that Deion is leaving the HBCU.
That's probably more likely to happen. I don't want it to.
Congratulations to
I
Deion
don't
for
want it to,
taking that
though.
JSU team and doing what he did at that program.
Taking
man.
the SWAC.
They ain't never had a record like
the
that since he
SWAC
got there. Well,
to
who is
another
SWAC?
level.
Who is SWAC?
Who is SWAC?
Who ain't swag if I ain't swag?
Who ain't SWAC if I ain't SWAC? Huh? Yeah, 11-0 Jackson State
Yes, man.
University Tigers.
It's the first time they've ever held that
crazy.
that record.
They should really.
I
be
can't
in
really
that
see him until his
1AA
son's
tournament.
gone, though. I can't really see him leaving
Right.
until his sons are done.
Right. Yeah.
That's just me, unless they're going to
Yeah.
travel with him in that portal
Right.
to wherever he goes.
Right. Right.
yeah,
They do have the portal now. So.
I can't see him going nowhere. I believe
He's invested too much.
that
man.
Deion, a 5-year, 6-year plan with that school would be sufficient enough, and then maybe move on somewhere else.
Yep. Yep.
Because this is his third, second year. Give him 3 more years.
Second year.
Give 3 more years at
Second
Jackson
year.
State, man.
Yeah. Yep. I can
Finish
see
that out. Finish
I can
that
see
thing out, man.
I can see that. And with what he's been able to do, getting top level recruits, 4 and 5 star guys.
Yeah.
I mean, that gives guys like, Eddie George, who's over at Tennessee State, and Hugh Jackson, who's at Grambling State. That gives them the hope that, hey, man, we got this NFL experience, man. We could do it too.
Yeah.
Deion Sanders took the #1 recruit in the country from Florida State University, ironically, where he played his college football. Come on, man. That gives me a little bit of a hope. I can get some of these 4 and 5 star guys.
I think it'd be smart to go get that young quarterback that was just dropped from Florida.
and bring them to all places in
JSU.
HBCU.
What
Oh God!
what year is his son? Shador.
Want to say this is sophomore season?
So he has 2-3 more years?
Yeah.
Bruh.
Yeah, I don't see
So that's
him.
why, to Dre's
That's what I'm
point, I
saying.
think he'll
Yeah, I
ride
don't-
it out at
that's why
least
I
the
don't
next
see him-
3.
That's why I don't see
Yeah.
him leaving until
Yeah.
his sons are done.
Yeah. Yep.
His youngest, the youngest son,
think he's a
is
freshman.
Freshman.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I think Deion is opening up the floodgates to what can be done if you are a black coach wanting to give back to historically black programs. You can do it. Eddie George is doing it. Deion is doing it. And I think there should be more ex-NFL black players that actually go into the HBCU programs
Agreed.
and use your platform and bring light to those platforms. That is how we're going to be able to get our own to stay in places like that.
Absolutely.
Instead of going to the Alabamas, the LSUs, places like that, go to a HBCU.
Well, now with the NIL,
Doesn't matter.
it's an open book now.
Yeah.
It's open season, baby.
Wherever you can go.
Yep. Yep.
And you can't say you're not going to get notoriety. You're not going to get any camera time.
Yeah, they playing on TV.
Yeah.
These boys playing on ESPN, man.
ESPN was down there.
Come on, man. Game day made it to the sticks, bro. What more do you want?
Yeah.
It's still
And as
some
long as
Division 1A
Deion-
programs that ain't got game day to them yet.
And as long as Deion here, they'll probably be there every year.
Yes.
Once a year.
Why not?
Well,
And if they go into the championship, ESPN will be there again.
yep.
They'll definitely be at the SWAC title game.
Well, let's get to that top 4 college
Yes, sir.
football rankings.
Yes, indeed, man. Coming in at number 4, man. TCU Horned Frogs, man, at 11-0.
TCU.
I like TCU at that 4 spot, man. Had a little baby scare this past weekend, but I like them at that number 4 spot. Number 3, University of Michigan, bro.
Michigan, man.
Balling right now, bro. They are playing absolute lights out football.
Remember they were trying to get rid of their coach just a year ago. It was rumors of they were done with Harbaugh. It was time.
It was like a little mix. They were saying Harbaugh wanted to leave, and everybody was
Because
saying
they wasn't beating OSU.
Yep,
Yeah,
that's
they wasn't
all
beating-
it was.
Yeah,
You beat
that's what it
OSU,
was.
you good.
Right.
You lose to OSU,
You're bad.
being an OSU coach
all
or being a
bad.
Michigan coach,
It's all
you
bad.
got to go
Go.
if you can't beat our rival.
That's
That's
ridiculous.
knee jerk reaction from all fans, man. It happens every single time with these rivalry games like that, which they play them Saturday.
Yep.
Yeah, Mr. Harbaugh, good luck, bros.
Good luck.
Good luck to you, man. Number 2, Ohio State. Speaking of,
Ohio. Now
at
that's
ele-
gonna be a good game.
It's gonna be a
though.
great game. I think it's at the Big House too.
Ooh.
If I'm not mistaken,
love
it is
to go
in
to that
Ann
game.
Arbor. Oh my gosh, bro. Just to
Just
feel
to be
it.
there, bro.
Just to be there. 15 degrees
That's it.
outside. Might be a little snow
That's
flurry. 110,000
Woody
people.
Hayes against Bo Schembechler.
Come on, man.
Boy,
What?
Emerson, boy.
What?
I'll be standing in line getting me a glizzy.
What?
Ain't that what the millennials call it
A
nowadays?
glizzy.
We used to call them hot dogs, but
It's a
I
glizzy
guess
now.
they're glizzies now.
It's a glizzy.
Glizzy.
Oh, man. Oh, man. That's funny, man.
Oh, my
And
God.
coming in at number 1, man. Them dogs, man. University of Georgia, bro. They went on the road, had a little, I ain't gonna even call it a scare. They just couldn't get their offense rolling. And I think they beat Kentucky 16-6 or something like that. But it was a total defensive domination, though. They definitely imposed their real, man. Kirby Smart, excuse me, is coaching the dogs up, man.
Yeah.
He really is. They're the best team in the country, clear cut. No doubt about it, man. That's your top 4 right there, man. Alabama falls to number 8. That's all I wanted to say. That's the end of that was the end of that.
Every year, boy, people can't wait for Alabama
That's
to
all I
fall.
wanted to say about Alabama. They fall to number 8.
You think he'll ever leave Alabama?
No, he'll die.
And I hope, Nick, he shouldn't go anywhere.
Yeah, he's not going.
He's getting taken care of very well.
Very well.
My nose went up 3 spots from 19 to 16.
What did my Kings do? Tragic.
Dropped.
The way we lost to FSU not too long ago, that was tragic. And I was supposed to go to that game with
Out
Paul
of the
Ruffin.
top 30.
Yeah.
Lordy, Lord.
We ain't recovered from the death penalty.
Yeah.
Just be honest with you.
It's
It's a little tough, man. It's tragic, man. Let the ball bounce. Sports Talk Radio, man. Your guy, Dre Bailey.
Bruce Thomas.
Bill Blockham, Logan, man. We are here to give you guys the best of Sports Talk Radio. Please share the live feed and give us a call at the top of the hour, 15 minutes from now, man. 702-608-3259 if you want to talk sports or real life. 702-608-3259. That was college football, man, in a nutshell. Right to the NBA. Right now, the Brooklyn Nets are playing a Philadelphia 76er team without James Harden, Maxey, and Joel Embiid. And they're in the fourth quarter, 3 minutes to go, and they have a 15-point lead
Getting blown.
over the Nets, who have KD, Kyrie, and I can't even say Ben Simmons, because everybody got up in arms because Ben Simmons scored 22 points Sunday against the Memphis Grizzlies. Now all of a sudden Ben Simmons is the all-star again. Nah, son. He's
work
still
like that.
Ben Simmons.
Don't work like that, man.
He ain't even.
You
Ben
want to talk
Simmons
about
me.
the roof.
He ain't even Ben Simmons to me.
What is he?
Sin Bimmons.
Sin Bimmons.
I thought you was gonna say Ben Vereen.
No.
No.
Sin
He's
Bimmons.
Sin Bimmons, man.
That's just tragic.
He's not even Ben Simmons anymore. Just,
It is crazy how we're raving over a guy who
I don't get
just
I don't
overcame
understand.
mental issues, because that's
What
all.
mental issues?
Because that's all they talked about
what
today.
mental issues?
He overcame his mental issues.
Mental issue.
You know, that's the thing to do, is to bring up mental issues and CTE when you're not accountable for the things that is going on in your life. Is to bring those two things up. You have mental.
It's tough, man.
But anyways, the Nets are getting blown out by literally 15 points.
I'm looking at these Sacramento Kings, bro.
Kings looking nice, bro.
They look real good, dog.
Didn't the Lakers have an opportunity to pick up Fox?
In the draft,
Yeah.
which I thought, I mean, you can call it what you want, but who I thought was the better player out of
Lonzo Ball
Lonzo Ball
and
him.
Fox. I thought Lakers were going to get him. I thought it was a lot of hype of Ball coming to LA, and I thought that's all it was hype.
UCLA kid, it just went together. And that sucks when that's the play that you have to make instead of picking the right guy.
To me, you take the better college player.
Instead of taking the right guy, you take the play. You take the
hype.
Not just the hype, but the story. You take the story. Oh man, he can play all of his basketball in one city and don't have to leave. That's the story. He always wanted to be a Laker.
Well, he's a Bull now.
And ain't been on the court in how long?
Boy, he's street clothes part 3.
Boy, it's just crazy.
But these Sacramento Kings are not to be played with. I didn't know what
tough,
Sacramento. Me and you sat here at this table and was like, "What is Sacramento doing?" They get rid of Buddy Hield.
Yep.
They trade all these guys away. They bring Sabonis over there, and then we start talking. And I said, "You know what? They could make it work." Oh no, bruh. They made that trade. And
We weren't optimistic, but the glass wasn't half full.
No, it wasn't. Well, Sacramento's looking real nice. They're not getting a lot of TV time, but I think they should. Sabonis, Fox, and they got the kid over from Atlanta who just cannot miss from 3-point. These top 5 in 3-point field goal percentage in the league right now, man. So it's good. And AD, man, speaking of staying on the West Coast.
Did he hear me talking?
He heard you talking.
I think he heard me talking.
AD, these past 3 games is averaging over 31.5 points a game. Easy. Him and Westbrook, you know, probably the past 5-6 games, Westbrook has been, you know, coming off the bench, accepting his role, and getting those young guys involved in basketball.
So this is what I want to know right now.
Uh-oh.
No, Bill. No, man, don't say it. Don't say it, brother.
Their trade value is up. Should we get rid of them?
Okay.
Because that is the narrative that I'm hearing
Don't
across
say it.
And so the new
the
narrative,
landscape.
what I heard, you know, great that you brought that up as far as does AD or Russ Westbrook trade value go up? The Lakers are looking at Russell Westbrook's play and saying, we may not want to trade this guy after all. Because they are liking how he is probably, you know, top 3 and 6-man coming off the bench when giving a spark to your team.
So Darvin Ham did have a recipe?
Plan.
A recipe.
Plan for what he wanted to use him as?
Yeah.
And it's starting to work?
It's starting to work. It's starting to materialize for the Lakers.
Because like around game 5, boy, people was like, man, get him out of there. Get him out of there.
I ain't gonna even lie to you. I'm like, dude, what is
Then
this
he had
guy
the one
doing
good.
right
Then he
now?
had the one good game. Hey, it's trade value. Like, get him out of there so
Now
we can get something for him. Come on,
he's
y'all.
he's still missing layups,
Yeah, that's what he gonna do.
but
That's Russ.
My issue is just turning the ball
he
over. That's-
is not turning the ball over
Yeah,
as
that's
much.
Such a high clip. Yeah.
And so I think that's a good thing. And then AD is starting to find his rhythm back. Now that
Still playing the 5 though, right?
yeah.
Oh.
When you 7 foot, why is it that you don't want to play the 5? I don't understand that. I don't get it.
So
I don't have a problem with it.
And
Me,
Bryant,
because
I'm gonna eat crow. Bryant for the Lakers is actually playing really solid minutes. He's actually doing what he did over in Washington, which I didn't think he would do in LA, and he's actually doing that.
Yes,
so
he is.
I'm gonna eat crow on that one.
But I don't have a
doing
problem
his
with
job,
AD
yes.
not wanting to play the 5 because he can do other things.
We'll do it from the 5
I
position.
think he can still do it from the 5 though. Like he's okay. He's interchangeable. He can play both.
Can he do the mic and drill?
But like
God rest his soul.
God rest George Mikan. But AD's a rim protector. Like we need you down here,
but
bro.
he can do that on D. But a lot of people want him to go in the post and bang in the post.
No,
and
he's
score
not
in
gonna
the
do
post.
that all
And
the
that's
time.
not him.
But we can get that
But I
2
can
out
get-
of 5 times.
I don't want you to necessarily do it every time down court.
But I can get with him being a rim protector. Stay your butt down here and throw that thing up out of there.
Because he's versatile.
But and on the offensive side of the ball, we got to keep his body right, man. And all that banging.
I think he's interchangeable though, Billy. I
Oh.
really do.
Yeah, he can do a little both.
I think he's
But I
interchangeable.
think we need to limit that banging.
But to pout every time that you gotta play the 5, like subliminally going at Darvin Ham in interviews, bro. Come on, man. You make a comfortable living here. I'm gonna need the 5. What Martin say? I'm gonna need the 5. Like Dre said, a couple times down court, it ain't gotta be crazy.
2 out of 5.
It ain't gotta be insane.
Especially
he's
when
not
we're
gonna be Moses
exposing a
Malone,
mismatch.
man.
No,
He's not going to do that.
I don't want him to do that. I don't want him to
just
be
want
Moses.
people to understand that he's not.
I don't want him
going
to be Moses.
Moses banging.
No,
'cause
he's
his
not
body
gonna do
is
that.
not set up.
He fragile.
See the way my body's set up.
He fragile.
See the way my body's set up. I can't bang like Moses.
Okay, well, I'm going
I
to
can
tell
give
you.
you a little bit, and then I got to get up out of there.
Okay, well, I'm going to tell you this. He needs to
You
start.
know what I'm saying?
He needs to be smarter, right?
Right.
On the court, and the team needs to be a little smarter. So if they're playing somebody, let's just say like Sacramento, and they come down and for some odd reason a switch happens and they got De'Aaron Fox on AD. Instead of AD at the 3-point line trying to cross him up, I'm going to need you to take your big ass down on the block and barbecue chicken. That is when you Moses Malone somebody, when you have a mismatch.
I agree.
But he is not going to Moses Malone no Joel Embiid. That ain't happening.
Mouse in the house.
Expose the mismatches. And when I swing the ball around so I can get down to the post and you can get the ball to me, that don't mean shoot the 3.
Yeah.
Get the ball back to me as I'm on the post so I can barbecue chicken.
And go down low.
Yep.
And what do big men do when they go down low and they know they got barbecue chicken?
Woo, 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 woo. That's all we ask.
Hand.
There you go.
Hand.
There you go,
Hand.
big fella.
Hand.
But let me tell you why he don't want to play the 5. And this is just me jumping into his head. He don't want to risk getting hurt playing the 5.
Well, he might as well
Like
not
you
get
said.
out of bed.
But guess what 5s do a lot? Block shots. He does that well. But if you look back on the past 3 injuries that AD has sustained,
Spin up under the
it
rim.
has been under the rim trying to block a shot and coming down on some clumsy center feet. He don't want to be down there. Hard to twist your ankle when you're at the 3-point line. That's why you don't want to play the 5.
He don't want to be in a lot of congestion.
But if you want to be versatile, AD, and I'm gonna tell you,
He pick his spots.
He does pick his spots. But if you want to be a versatile big man, start knocking down some jump shots. You can't be out there stinking it up from 15 feet plus.
True.
I don't have trust in you.
True indeed.
Joel Embiid can get away with it because he knocks the 3-point down at a high clip. So does the Joker.
But
And so does Dwight Howard over playing with the 5'7" centers that he's playing against overseas.
that boy's playing in the Asian Tark League. We really need to cut it out. Did you see that stat line, bro?
Bruh.
Did you see the stat line?
But he ready to come back
Did
now,
you
though.
see the stat line, Billy?
I didn't see it.
Dude had like 38 and 28 and like
38
9
and
assists.
28.
Dwight
Howard.
Dwight Howard.
What's going on over here? This is the 6'2" and under, Tark?
It's the same league that Stephon Marbury, they called him
What?
the real Michael Jordan over
What's
there.
good here?
Why is anybody even posting that?
Dude.
Well, the fact that he was confident enough to take those shots and actually knock them down, you still got to hit them.
You still got to
Because I can go to Tark right now
Because
and throw
maybe,
up every shot.
maybe
Don't
if
mean
he
they're going to
played
fall.
that same type of energy, he'd be over here playing.
He was last year.
Yeah, but not most teams aren't going to tell Dwight Howard, go ahead and shoot the 3 once or twice a game. I'm telling Dwight Howard, if you shoot the 3, I'm pulling you out. That's what I'm telling him as a coach.
Because that ain't you, dog.
That's not you, dog.
That ain't you, dog.
Now, Bangio,
Well, how many threes did he hit?
don't know.
like 3 or 4.
I had to look in. I didn't see the whole line. I didn't see the field goal attempts and makes. I didn't see that.
So,
I just found it. I just found it laughable.
Yeah.
That's all. It's just laughable.
But the NBA is fantastic. Let me tell you,
Definitely.
Danny, you can say anything you want to about Danny Ainge. But Danny Ainge definitely knows how to put a team together
Absolutely.
when acquiring picks and trades. He did the same thing in Boston.
Yep.
And now he's come over to Utah, and these dudes are hungry. And let me tell you something. I have never been a Utah fan where I'm coming home and I'm like, you know what? Utah game is on. Let me watch it. Never.
It's one of my league pass squads, bro. I love them.
Right now,
I love watching them.
this Utah Jazz team is a fun team to watch.
Very fun. Very, very fun team.
And Danny Ainge is kind of looking like a genius right now, man.
On the low, they let that thing fly too. They don't care. They let it fly.
Yeah.
Colin Sexton
And
balling.
yes.
they letting it fly.
Clarkson
in Utah,
balling,
bro. Clarkson
marketing.
Marketing is an all-star right now.
Yes,
Right
he is.
now.
They he is.
Right now as we speak.
I was thinking about Danny Ainge when he played
Oh,
Utah.
bro.
Oh boy.
And they was playing Houston. They was playing Houston, and he took the ball out and zing that.
Who did he throw the ball?
Who did he throw the ball
Who did he
at?
throw the ball at?
Oh man, the ball. Mario
one of the
Ellie.
Yeah,
oh,
he did.
God.
He hit Mario Ellie in the
Yes.
face
Boy,
with
they
the
had
ball.
some
Mario
thugs on
Ellie
that
was
squad.
so mad
Thugs on
because
that squad,
the
bro.
dude act like I wasn't trying to throw it at you,
Yes,
bro.
he was.
He
You,
was.
I'm
He
right
was,
here.
sir.
Yes, he
was,
And I'm
bro.
talking about he had the thing back and he boom. Mario Ellie said, and he like walked up to him like he's gonna hit him, and Hakeem like, no, man, let me go, man.
Bruh, he cocked that thing back.
Right.
Watch this.
Oh!
Watch when he take it out. Watch this.
Turn and look at this.
He definitely tried to hit him.
Plastic. Yeah, he did.
Definitely tried to. Who were you throwing the basketball to, bro?
Hits him right in the face.
Look, that's Doug Collins.
Yeah. Who were you throwing the ball to?
Watch how he stepped to it, boy. He wants to hit.
Oh my God.
It's tragic.
Dude, he stepped to him like he wanted to just swing on him so hard, but he didn't.
Who were you throwing the
Bro,
basketball to,
When
my
I
guy?
seen that, I laughed so hard. I had to rewind that thing about 10 times.
Boy.
I mean, Danny Ainge's serious. I wasn't trying to hit you, bro.
Yeah, he
Dead
was.
serious, too.
Yeah, he was.
Come
You
on,
from
bro.
Boston. I mean,
Come on,
he
buddy.
played in Boston with Bird
Phoenix.
and
Yeah,
them.
that was in Phoenix.
Yeah, but he played in Boston with
Come
Bird
on,
and them.
man,
He
yeah.
picked up a whole
He
lot
know
of
the dirty tricks.
Yeah, he
know
knows
what
a
it
lot
is.
of dirty tricks.
So if you standing right there and I'm taking the ball out the inbounds right
You
now, I'm
see
taking the ball
5
out.
feet away.
And I zing.
You gonna get your ass whooped.
You definitely tried to do that.
During the game or after the game, I'm waiting for you, just like Carmelo was waiting for
At the bus.
KG at the bus.
But
Yeah,
I'm telling you, bro, I wasn't trying to hit you,
Yeah,
man.
you were. You saw me. I'm the darkest dude on the team.
I wasn't trying to hit you,
Yes, you
bro.
were.
That's funny. That's,
How you know my
that's so
sincerity?
I know that. I know that much.
So hilarious, man.
You remember that conversation?
Yep.
How you gonna tell me about my sincerity? I'm telling you, I wasn't trying
Tell me
to
about
hit
my
you.
feelings.
Yeah, I wasn't trying to hit you, bro. Yes, you was.
But I know you, Danny Ainge.
Oh, God.
Oh, because Danny Ainge was he's a big time pitcher back in the day
Oh,
too.
yeah. He played baseball.
So
For
boy,
sure.
that thing was going like 90 miles an hour.
Yeah. Did he get drafted?
Yeah, he got
I know
drafted.
John
Yeah.
Elway did.
Yeah, he got drafted.
You know,
Couple other
Danny.
guys,
People
yeah.
forget that Danny
He was a
Ainge
good little athlete.
is one of the main people that was guarding Jordan when Danny Ainge played for Portland. When Jordan was in Portland and hit them 6 threes, Danny Ainge was the one that was getting torched. But he's doing a great job over in Utah.
Yeah, absolutely.
He gave up the spider. And what Cleveland got right now, Donovan Mitchell is top 3 in the East right now. That boy is an all-star right now. And I mean, he is on a whole nother level. And it's being magnified, it seems, in Cleveland. It seems, and he's been doing this same thing in Utah, but nobody watches Utah games.
Yeah.
Nobody really watches Cleveland games, but they got, Garland and
Mickey Jr. does.
They got young studs over there, man. So they starting to get eyes on
yeah.
them.
Mickey Jr. does.
Oh, definitely Mickey Jr.
Yeah.
Yeah, no question, man. Shout out Mickey Jr. But they got eyes on them now. So it's because of that young core. They got eyes on them. But they've been on a little skid here lately, man.
Yeah.
They done lost like their last 5.
Well, that's gonna happen.
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt. It's
82 of them
82.
things.
It's 82 of them.
82 of them
It's
things.
82 of them, man.
It's
It's gonna
happen.
slide a little bit.
Yeah, it's gonna happen.
But that's
Look at Golden State.
Yeah, no doubt. They ain't won a road game yet.
It's tragic.
It's crazy.
tragic.
Unbelievable stuff. But yeah, man, I still like that Cleveland team. As constructed with those young guys, they just got to learn how to win together.
Yep.
With Spider going over there, I mean,
They putting up a lot of points.
absolutely. He doesn't necessarily like know how to win per se, but he know how to win a little bit better than the guys that are there. I mean, excluding
And you
somebody
have
like
a
Kevin
bona
Love.
fide bucket getter.
Yeah, no doubt.
Every team need
No
a
doubt.
bucket getter.
Yep.
A person that can just go out and get you buckets at a high clip, and that's what Donovan Mitchell does.
Yeah.
For
Darius
that.
Garland the same way,
Cavs
man.
team.
He
Yeah,
dropped 50
him,
the other
that's what
night.
I'm
It was
saying.
a losing effort, but it was 50. So we know he a walking bucket,
Man,
and he in range as soon as he step in the gym. He can score on all 3 levels. I love Darius
Yeah.
Garland.
That dude who can get you a bucket and he plays on your team.
yes,
Yeah. So it's a luxury.
That is a luxury.
it is a
a
luxury
luxury,
because
man.
if you go on a if the other team goes on a run and you went cold, you can go to this one dude. Hey, go get us a bucket real quick,
Calm
man.
this thing down real quick.
Please.
Yep.
I
Absolutely.
remember in the church league when we was playing y'all and Dominique
Oh God.
caught fire.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Caught fire against us
Here-
to a target.
We was
Yeah,
we was
that
like
was just bad.
here.
It was bad, bro. That's the
60,
last time
bro.
I played.
Ooh.
I think that was the last time I played an organized game too.
I knew it was over for me.
60.
I was done.
Dude hit like 10, 12 threes from
I
the
was like,
same
there's
spot. Though.
no.
That's what he did in the church league.
Unbelievable.
Here
I don't care what league you playing in.
we just cleared it out. You go here. Dominique at the top of the. Go to work, bro.
Unbelievable stuff.
Go
man.
to work.
Just spoke
Yeah.
to Lil Bros the other day too, man. Shout out Neek, man.
Let the
You
ball
want to
go.
go to the hole? He can't hold you. You
can't
want to shoot
hold
the three? Shoot it.
Let the ball bounce. Sports Talk Radio, man. Your guy, Dre Bailey.
There goes Thomas.
Bill Blockham Logan just got done talking NBA basketball,
Yes,
man. So
sir.
hopefully your NBA team is actually doing what you want them to do.
Yeah.
Because there is a lot of young studs in the NBA that are not playing games, and they are ready to take the next step and get more playing time and really just doing, big things for their teams. So, I mean, it's unpredictable.
And they are not afraid of any veterans.
They're not. They're not afraid of no veterans in the league. They don't care if you got KD, Kyrie, LeBron, AD, Joel Embiid, James Harden, all these OGs that can still get you buckets.
Yeah.
These young kids are not playing. I mean, you play a team like Memphis and they liable to run you out of the gym. And then you think that you got it easy when you playing up against Orlando, and them dudes come out and whoop you down too. So they right now we're in a league where they lace them up the same as you do. There is no guarantee because you come in with a team that looks like a better team on paper. These young dudes are not playing games.
The skill level, man, like the way skill is now. I mean, it's just on another plateau right now, man. And
you can't go to one of them veterans. The veterans can't tell them little youngsters.
no, nothing.
You know who I am?
Nothing.
I don't care who you are.
Can't tell them nothing.
Who you supposed to be?
Nothing.
What that mean?
What does that mean?
Crazy.
What that mean?
Let the ball bounce. Sports Talk Radio, man. This is what we do. We give you guys the best of Sports Talk Radio. Switching gears, man, right to the NFL.
Yes, sir.
Jeff Saturday's hiring is being investigated.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. When it first happened,
For what?
when it first happened, like I was confused. I can't speak for nobody else, but personally, I was confused by it because, and I'm not even gonna throw the Rooney Rule out there. I'm not gonna even go there with the Rooney Rule because we know that's dead.
Has
the
no teeth.
The Rooney Rule has no fangs ever again. I don't even want to hear about it, bro. Rooney Rule's out. But you had a couple of capable coaches right there in the building. If this was an interim situation, like you say it is, why you call the drinking homie that was just
Is Deuce Staley on that?
that I'm not sure of. Reggie Wayne
Reggie Wayne's over there.
is on that staff, but I'm not even talking about him. I'm not even talking about him. I'm throwing the Rooney
I
Rule
thought I
out.
saw Deuce Staley.
I
on the
know he
sideline.
was on the Philly staff a couple of years ago. I'm not sure
He's
where
not
he
on
went
Philly now.
after he went
I think
to Philly.
he followed. I think he might have followed from Philly staff. He followed the ex-coach because he was a quarterback.
Who was on the HBO special this year? The football team. That's where Deuce is at.
Who was it?
That's where Deuce is at.
The Lions.
Deuce is with
The
the
Lions.
Yeah.
Deuce is with the
And
Lions.
and it's showing with that backfield. They are playing some good football. But again, it's not even the Rooney Rule situation to me. You went and got a dude that was literally in the booth calling games. Literally just there. And he gets a phone call talking about, yeah, man, pull up to Indy, man. We come put on the headset one time. Well, they said Jeff Saturday reacted like, me? You really want me to do this? Like, ain't nobody else capable in the building? You want me, Mr. Irsay?
I don't think he put up that
come
much.
On, come on down. Come on. I just found it puzzling, man, that so many capable guys that were already in the building, that already had the team's trust, I guess, per se, just got glossed over. Nothing.
Now I'm wondering if because I want to know what the investigation is about, but I'm wondering if he knows that he's some type of motivator. 'Cause I know he don't. I know he doesn't know the X's and O's of that team.
Right.
He's learning all that on the fly.
Sure.
But is it because of his motivation? Is he a good motivational guy that can come in and
It could
get you
possibly
fired up.
be him being an ex-player. He played for the team.
I just want to know.
I
Get you fired up.
I just don't.
Tragic.
I don't know, man. Like it's
Because I've always been this guy. I don't need nobody to fire me up.
no.
Because if I'm not
Some
fired
people
up,
do.
The game fires me up enough.
yeah, the game fires me up enough. That was me.
And I played with people who needed firing up.
Yeah.
Those
I
people
don't need no
just-
motivation.
Those people too needy.
I done blocked and
That's what I
tackled
say.
you all week.
Um,
It's time to go block and tackle somebody else.
Needy people.
Like I'm
people
not
are too
trying to.
needy,
I
bro.
don't need no motivation for that.
those people are too needy.
That's crazy. But yeah, it's not a knock necessarily on Jeff Saturday. For me, it's the process.
Yeah, the process.
Like what is really going on here? This is you knew you needed a head coach, right? Obviously. But nobody got an interview?
So
nobody?
That's the reason why it's getting investigated, because they didn't interview any other candidates.
That's what I come to. But again, that's not even my it's not even my concern. You brought in the process was flawed from the beginning. Like, I guess that's what you can do when you're a $1 billion owner.
Let's look at it like this. And you just said it.
It's even worse.
Forget the Rooney Rule.
Right.
The Rooney
Forget all
Rule.
that.
Forget the Rooney Rule. That owner can hire who he wants to hire.
Absolutely.
So basically,
It's like, damn.
because we all know that Rooney Rule is not living up to
It's
what it was
ridiculous.
supposed to be.
But if it's only an interim coach, right?
Yeah.
Maybe he didn't want to bring anyone up that has a potential to get a head coaching job if they're going to tank the rest of the year. So you bring in someone that doesn't need a coaching job necessarily. You bring him in because the season's already a wash, right?
Were they tanking though? I mean, they got 8 games left at the time.
I mean, they weren't doing good. They
I mean,
weren't
I think they-
playing to their potential. I mean, they at all.
that I'll rock with. But I mean, they still had a chance. I mean, with this loss to Philly, that was very, very important.
Not with their quarterback,
but
because he should have been gone.
well,
2 years, 3 years.
Well, hey man.
But it made him look good because he put him right back in the starting lineup when he
Yeah.
got the job and he
Right,
won.
right, absolutely.
So
and
my
they
thing
almost
was
beat Philly. I mean, it was
so
yeah.
down to the
And
wire
my thing
against
is, why
yeah.
was he benched anyway? Like that, like he was basically done for the season.
Right.
The head coach said, "Okay, he's done. We're going to put this young guy in and let him do it for the rest of the season." And he was stinking it up.
Because Matty stunk it up.
Because
And
Matty was stinking it up to
Before, he
that
stunk
point,
it up,
and
bro.
maybe Matty needed to, have a
I
reality
think they
check.
pulled
real
him
quick.
that game, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong though. Yeah.
Well, let the ball bounce. Sports Talk Radio. Jeff Saturday is not on the call, but we do have a caller. Caller. What's your name? What is your question?
I don't have a question. It's Clayton Holloway, guys. How are you?
Clayton Holloway.
What up?
In perfect timing.
The building.
Because we're in the middle of NFL football talk,
Yeah, man.
and
I heard you guys talking. Yeah, you guys were talking about Saturday.
Yeah,
I
man.
could chime in on that.
What you think about that, bro?
yeah,
Well, I mean, obviously it's a messed up situation, but I think I tuned in right at the right time. I think I heard Quan saying something. Fortunately, the Rooney Rule does not apply for interim coaching.
Got you.
It doesn't apply there. It should, but maybe he doesn't promote one of his guys, and then obviously he doesn't keep them around, and then it's even a worse look at the end of the season, if you get what I'm trying to say.
yeah,
Yeah.
It sounded like he wanted Jeff Saturday from the get-go, so this is his opportunity to give him a shot, and if it goes well, he can keep him around compared to, promoting somebody within, somebody of color. It doesn't work out. He doesn't. I don't know, man. Irsay's a weird dude, man. That's what it all comes down to.
And I promise, bro, I was thinking the exact same thing, bro. Dude just he just do awkward business.
His drinking buddy.
He's
Yeah.
drunk all the
He
time.
just do
This isn't
awkward
not-
business, bro. He's awkward,
I'm
bro.
gonna say like, what's his name? He's drunk all the time.
He coked up all the time.
Bro, he is a
That's your
character,
cousin. He
man.
ain't
And I'll
just
tell
me.
you what,
He don't mean a damn thing to me.
Yo, man, that's funny. Go ahead, Clay.
I will say this: the people that are investigating, it's the what do they call, the Fritz Pollard Alliance.
Mm.
This is something that's going to be assessed in the Winter League meeting in the offseason. I can guarantee you this is probably another rule that the league is going to have to change, where moving forward, Rooney Rule probably is going to have to apply to interim coaching as well. Guarantee that this is going to become a topic in the offseason.
Interesting.
But is the
does
Rooney
does
Rule
it change though?
Is the Rooney
Like-
Rule really working?
Like no.
Even for
I
not even interim
That-
coaches, is working. It's not even working for active head coaches. So the rule to me is just shouldn't even be there. I mean, my thing is, dude, these
You're
these
not
owners
wrong.
are going
You're
to
not
hire
wrong.
who
I
they
mean,
want to hire.
obviously we're seeing yeah, absolutely. We're seeing a lot of coaches that are probably really, really, really qualified
Yeah.
still getting passed over. So
Wow, that sucks. And it sucks that it's that way, because like when the Rooney Rule first came to be, I mean, I as a football fan was like, okay, this is the start of something. Like it gave you hope. It gave you the glass half full feeling. But now, some years later, it's like it's pushed to the back burner. Like it's not even. It's an afterthought. The Rooney Rule is an afterthought right now.
Is Steve Wilkes going to keep that job?
That's tough to say.
I mean, they're already having a quarterback controversy already. Again, I mean, they just announced Darnold as a starter today.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't know.
yeah. It's
I don't
it's
know.
a mess in
Byron Leftwich
Carolina.
should probably be coaching, or he should be coaching.
Yes.
Boy in
No-
San
no question.
Francisco should probably.
Oh, D'Amico Ryan's will get a job.
There's-
Yeah, he'll get a gig.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we hope.
We hope.
But-
Let me back. We think he'll get one. The announcers during the Monday night game, they were definitely adamant about him not being there anymore. So I mean, we'll see, man. It's just tough.
and Sunday, that's what they were about. Our coach, our defensive and offensive coordinator.
Mhm.
Yeah. Now
Mm-hmm.
Dan Quinn probably will get.
Dan Quinn will probably get another
But
shot.
He'll probably get another opportunity
Yeah,
because
yeah.
Dallas looks, their defense is
Yeah, the
legit.
defense lights out,
but,
bro. Yeah.
You know,
He'll get another shot for sure.
So, Clayton, I got a question for you, man. You're a 49ers fan, right?
man, don't even get me. Man, I have no idea what y'all are doing in that Facebook group chat today, man.
I was being Mr. Instigator this morning.
Yeah, he was.
Just trying to rile everybody up because it seems like a lot of fence straddling going on with this Jimmy G. He's the guy that you love to hate, right? You love him, and then you hate him, then you hate him, then you love him. He missed a pass in the Super Bowl, and he should have did this, he should have did that, and
because no quarterback has ever missed a pass before.
pretty
Of
much.
course.
right.
Pretty much, Clayton. Right. That's where I'm at with it. Right. and it just seems like certain 49er fans are wanting this guy to be so perfect. And I haven't met or seen a perfect quarterback yet.
I heard I had a man crush on him.
Yeah, man. A lot of man crushing going on porn star.
Let me
Jimmy.
look at the person who told
These
me that.
days. A lot of man crushing going on porn star these days, bro.
Go ahead, Clayton.
Go ahead, Clayton.
But no, real talk. I'm confused. Are we legit gonna have a real Jimmy G football conversation, or are we gonna troll right now?
No,
No,
we
no
need
trolling.
to. We
I'm
need to.
confused
We
what's
need-
going-
We need a discussion.
Like, okay, so I don't get so I see so many fellow 49er fans that I love, whether it be Goose or Sharp. I don't understand what they want or why they're still critiquing Jimmy when he was coming into the season as a backup quarterback who had no offseason to prepare. They're honest. Look, Jimmy G's never going to give you 400 yards a game. He's not going to give you fantasy numbers.
He
that's-
gave
he got-
fantasy numbers last
that's the
night.
reality.
I played against him. So he gave some fantasy numbers last
That's
night.
the
Kind of pissed
reality
me
of
off.
Yeah,
Billy
I have him
got
sitting
me.
on my bench.
10
I had
points,
Lamar
10
starting. and I
points.
should have
I
started
did
Jimmy.
too. I had Lamar starting. Oh, that's another topic for another day.
So what I'm curious. So Dre, you said you were antagonizing. Like, so what am I missing? Because I saw like 20 different posts, so I don't know what the back and forth is all about.
Hey,
Because
look, just what you said, Clayton. Why is there so much banter? You asked the question. Why is there so much banter about
You
Jimmy
guys are bringing
Garoppolo?
it up for no reason. They just because I don't know, for some reason 49er fans are nitpicking something that shouldn't be nitpicked.
So
they do it every week. They
So-
do it every single week.
So this is what happened.
Okay.
Right? So last night, I know this is from my standpoint. I don't know what anybody else did. I'm just speaking for myself. When the game was over, I gave my overall critique of the football game. Offense, defense, everybody played well. Jimmy G did what he was supposed to do, got the ball to the right people in the right spots. Win for the 49ers, right? That was backpedaling for some strange reason. So I talked real bad about Brandon Ayuk last year. And rightfully so, right? He was in the doghouse. He was about to get traded or cut last year. I talked about him real
Or
bad.
last week when
Yeah.
last week when he dropped a touchdown and a fumble. He single-handedly cost San Francisco 10 points.
Absolutely. You brought that up, and we fully agree, right?
That wasn't Jimmy's fault.
Wasn't
That
Jimmy's fault. No,
fault.
at all. At all. And we fully agree with that, correct? So I made the critique about that. That was cool. No problems. But say one thing about Jimmy, and he got two big brothers sitting at this table, man. If you say something bad about Jimmy, man,
don't go
they
that
they
far.
going in on you.
Don't go the old.
They
So I'm
going
gonna
in
have
on
to
you,
be
bro.
like Louis Farrakhan. Oh,
You can't even say
Mr. Thomas.
You can't even say one thing.
Oh, Mr. Thomas, stop it.
Come
Stop
on
it,
now.
Mr. Thomas.
One thing.
Me and you discussed at this table.
Oh, he was mad that day.
Me
Both
and you
y'all.
discussed at the. So you,
It was
trying to. You was
a
trying to
rumble
say
of words that
you was trying to say that Jimmy G doesn't have a ceiling. His ceiling has been met, and I agreed with you, right?
Yep.
But I told you, I said the ceiling that he is at right now, he's the best for y'all team.
He's the only one.
He's the best for y'all team.
Who
Don't
el-
give me the only one.
who-
He is
who else
the
gonna go in the
best.
game?
For it sure can't be Brock Purdy.
You're not putting him in the game.
No. So Jimmy G.
Not only is he the best, Bill is absolutely right. Not
No question.
only is he the best one, but look at what Jimmy's done this season. Now, hear me out. 15 teams. We can go whatever order you want. You can go Panthers, Saints, Giants, Commanders, Titans, Texans, Patriots, Jets, Browns, Steelers,
Yep.
Broncos, even Colts. You're telling me none of those teams would want Jimmy G as their quarterback?
Oh,
Bingo.
absolutely. No question. They're in
telling me none of those
dire
teams want-
strength.
Look,
They would absolutely want him.
Jimmy
And that's no
is
knock.
a good quarterback.
Yes.
He is a good.
I'm in full agreement with you.
Light it up for you.
And he wins.
I'm in full agreement with you. What gets lost in this is they forget about everybody else, as if it hasn't been a top-notch run game, as if the defense hasn't given up a touchdown in the second half in the last 3 games. Things are forgotten about, and it seems as though it was all Jimmy G. No, it
now,
wasn't.
Mr. Thomas.
It wasn't.
He done
Stop
created
it
a
now.
whole new narrative.
Stop it,
wasn't.
Mr. Thomas.
I told you this on the page. It's nothing different when we sit right here.
We watch the team. We see how good your defense is playing.
Yes.
We see how all 3 phases are playing.
Yes.
And Jimmy G.
Yes.
That's all we're saying.
Okay.
I saw who posted that ridiculous. Was it Sherm? He
Yeah.
posted some shit that said like. He
Go
said,
on, Jimmy, with your bad self.
No,
That one?
What did he say? What
No,
did he
it
say,
was,
though? He said something like when
he-
Jimmy doesn't throw the ball, they
Yeah.
win, or when he doesn't
when he
throw touchdowns, they win, and
when he
throws-
doesn't throw a he
what I
said when he
did?
doesn't throw a touchdown, they win more.
Right. And then
Yo, we're all football. Go ahead.
Go ahead. Go ahead, Clayton.
No, I was going to finish. So I did my due diligence just because that was the most absurd thing I've read ever. I was at work all day. I just did 3 quarterbacks. I did 3 quarterbacks since 2017 when Jimmy took over starting as the Niners. I just did 3 superstar quarterbacks who didn't throw touchdowns in their game. Guess what Pat Mahomes' record is when he doesn't throw a touchdown in a game? Any guesses?
Go ahead.
5-1.
5-1.
Woo.
Lamar, you know what Lamar Jackson's record is when he doesn't throw a touchdown?
Let's go, Clayton.
9-1.
Got him.
9-1.
That's a little skewed,
You know what Tom
Clayton,
Brady's
because
record
he runs
is in the last
runs
5
for a lot of
years when he doesn't
touchdowns.
throw a touchdown?
Go ahead.
10-4.
Got him.
So, look, I've been in media for 20 years. I've been working, if you want a narrative, anybody can find an argument to fit their narrative.
Bingo.
Right.
I feel like the 49ers fans are nitpicking just to nitpick. Like, there's no
They
other better
are.
solution out there. We got lucky. We got lucky by Jimmy staying with us. We'd be.
And I've said
I
that.
don't even know
Oh,
how
yeah.
to describe it anymore.
Oh yeah, I admitted that the day it happened. Like I was like, ooh, that like, yeah, I'm glad that happened because we'd have been in a rut, bro. No question about it. I just think that like everybody's not being looked at. Like
We're not talking about everybody.
we gotta
The problem is
let's
the problem
look at the
is-
totality of this thing and not just put it on one dude.
But
That's what
we
I'm
don't
saying.
do
of
that.
course.
But we don't do
But we're in a
that.
sports group where everybody trolls. Everybody trolls.
Yeah.
I'll take
Rather
that.
than
I'll take that. I'll take that.
Last week when the
Everybody's
Cowboys lost,
trolling, so it gets people worked up to
I'll
sit
take
there
that.
and okay, let's
I'll
play
take
the
that.
middle of the fence here. Let's look at the pros and the cons.
I'll take
the
that.
reality is the pros with Jimmy G outweigh the cons.
Bingo.
And him getting us to a Super Bowl with a 10-point lead in the fourth quarter, him getting us to an NFC championship and a Jaquiski Tartt dropped interception away from going back to the
that
Super Bowl.
sucks.
I will take any day of the week
That
over whatever other option is out there right now.
oh Clayton, you didn't mention this one.
Clayton, I'm right with you, boy.
You didn't mention this one. In the Super Bowl against Kansas City, you had a lead, and that defense gave that lead up.
Billy, you're
But
absolutely
everybody
right.
else is blaming
And guess
that
what the
one
common
throw.
denominator-
Okay.
Guess what
I
the
have the same
common
rebuttal that I had
denominator
on
of that lead is? Guess what the common denominator of that Super Bowl blown lead, that NFC Championship blown lead, and that 28-3 blown
Shanahan.
Super Bowl lead is? What's the common denominator?
Kyle
of that?
Shanahan.
Defense.
Kyle Shanahan.
Kyle Shanahan. That 2016 Falcons team,
Kyle Shanahan.
their regular season record, I think they
Kyle
lost
Shanahan.
4 games. You guys know that they blew 2 fourth quarter leads
Kyle
that
Shanahan.
season, not including the Super Bowl. Kyle Shanahan has a conservative he gets too conservative in games.
That I'll
gets
agree with.
real tight. He gets real tight.
That I'll
Real
have
tight.
you'll never hear me argue that. You'll never hear me argue that.
What did he? You know
You're
what
right
he did
about that.
different? You know what he did differently against the Rams a couple weeks ago? He was still throwing the ball in the fourth quarter, and we ended up smoking him by a couple of scores.
I just think we just got their number though. Like the Rams just can't.
And I even
problem
said
is-
that last week when the Cowboys lost to the Packers. I said, dude, we had a 14-point lead.
Yeah.
It was the defense that gave that game up.
Yeah. Yeah.
They was blaming Dak. Oh, Dak, he can't beat a big-time quarterback in big-time games. I'm like, really, bro? He had a 14-point lead.
I have a Jimmy G question for Clayton.
Absolutely.
Clayton, if Jimmy G, let's jump into the future.
Here we go.
If
Another
the
narrative.
49ers win a Super Bowl with Jimmy G, what do they do next year? Do you keep
Look,
Jimmy G because he wins a Super
I will
Bowl?
go on the record. Go ahead.
No, that's it.
You gotta keep it. Do you not? The problem is Jimmy's been shit on royally, and he's been nothing but an out. He's just been so professional about it.
Agreed.
If you're Jimmy and you win the Super Bowl with San Francisco, and then they come back like, hey, you know what? We fucked up. You want to stick around? Like, what do you do if you're Jimmy?
I wouldn't do it because the fans,
Where would
they
you
are
go?
so delusional about Jimmy G. It is unreal. I mean, you mentioned that statement that Sherm said on the page, and then he then gives you another statement by saying Jimmy G played out. I mean, just giving them so much page. That is the backpedaling that I was talking to. But see, when people go, let me tell you something, Clayton, and just real quick. When you go to church and the pastor gets up and he gives you a sermon, when you got things going on in your life and you know that you've done things, the sermon seems like it's about you.
Going to the altar.
That it's all about you. So when Goose saw that today, he thought it was all about him.
Going to the altar.
But it was really Sherm. But they give Jimmy G so much flack. They nitpick on every single thing. It is his fault every single time. We won the game because of the defense. We won the game because of this. Never no credit for Jimmy G.
And here's one that I saw.
I gave him
Here's
credit
one
the
that I
last
saw
3
on the
weeks.
page. He didn't play outside of himself. What is that? Jimmy didn't play outside of himself. What is that?
Goose's argument.
Outside of he didn't play outside of himself. I can explain it. I don't know if I said it though.
Jimmy.
Go ahead, Clayton.
No, I was going to say, which goes back to what Goose was kind of trying to say when he was like, it's not just Jimmy. The defense is balling. Everybody's balling. There's some. I mean, God. I mean, San Francisco has nobody's. Not everybody knows San Francisco has all the talent in the world, but we can't pick and choose our arguments. So, like, if Jimmy misses the throw to Emmanuel Sanders in the Super Bowl and they blow a 10-point lead, we can't sit there and say, you know what, that's fucking Jimmy G's fault when the defense gave up a 3rd and 15 to Tyreek Hill and they blew a 10-point lead. It's a whole collective team effort. Jimmy does enough to get you there. Will he do enough to get you over? I mean, we've seen him do comebacks before. I've seen him complete 3rd and 18 two times in a row against the Rams.
Sure.
Back in 2019, I saw him ball out
just last year
week 18 versus the Rams to get the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
You just can't pick and choose on what you want to nitpick. It's collectively a team effort. But I don't know. Some people just don't like Jimmy.
And football is the ultimate team game, and that's why I said, hey man, let's not forget everybody else, bro. Like this defense still one of the top 3 scoring defenses in the league. Still missing our best interior lineman, and shutting teams out in the second half. 3 straight games. It's happened. Like all I'm saying is let's not forget about that.
Nobody does, but
nobody ever brings it up.
But hear me out. Every week, we talk quarterback when they win or when they lose. We don't talk about defenses. We don't talk about
why not?
That. I don't know.
That sucks.
I didn't create
that.
that.
It's every sports show. It's a
quarterback-driven league. Exactly.
Maybe that's the problem, Clayton. We're not talking about the rest of the team enough.
Do the defenses get that's legit a stat. Who has the most QB wins in the history of the NFL? Tom Brady and all that.
Right.
What team has the most win? It's not. Of course, that's why it always comes to the quarterback. But that's when you got to separate the argument and just be like, you know what? I'm done with the BS. Then you're just arguing just to argue.
Right.
You're just debating, just debate dumb shit.
Right.
That's why I can't get. That's why I don't get involved with all these mornings. They're fun, they're entertaining.
Sure.
But the reality is, it's all it is just clickbait. We're arguing just to argue. I mean, if you want to blame Jimmy and say Jimmy's not good, that's fine. But at the end of the day, I feel like your argument falls on deaf ears to people that really watch the sport.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
He gets the LeBron James effect where, anything that goes wrong in the world of sports or not in the world of sports, it's LeBron's fault. And Jimmy G gets the same thing. It's Jimmy G's fault.
He's not on that level, Trey. Don't do that.
At least to the 49er fans,
no,
boy. You
he's
can.
Not on that
and Clayton,
level.
you hit the nail on the head.
We're comparing him to the man that's been to how many finals has LeBron been to? 9.
Gazillion.
Look, let me tell you, them
arguably the greatest basketball player ever.
No, we're not.
Jimmy's in that combo now.
Do that.
Every week, it just really befuddles me how 49er fans just really just go in on Jimmy G. And I'm glad you set him straight.
Hey, Dre, let me ask you this before I know you guys. I know I'm taking up some of your.
No,
guys'
you're
time.
good.
I told you I'd call in on this Jimmy stuff.
Yeah.
Hey, you're a Steelers fan, right? Would you want Jimmy as your quarterback?
Most definitely. And I said that. I said, if you guys don't want him, we'll take him. Most definitely.
Thursday games before we get out of here.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed, man.
Cowboys,
man, we
Giants,
sure
who
enough
you got?
appreciate you, bro. Big time, man.
Go ahead.
No problem.
Cowboys, Giants, who you got?
No, Cowboys.
Cowboys.
I'm going Giants this game.
Okay. Lions, Bills,
What
who you
you-
got?
What
Bills.
you just saw?
I got the Lions, bro, at home.
Over the Bills?
Yes.
Bills been there.
Bills.
Give me the Bills.
And the last game is the Vikings at home against the Patriots.
Vikings need to bounce back. That
Yep.
was terrible.
Vikings.
I think the Vikings.
That was terrible.
Let the ball bounce. Sports Talk Radio, man. This is what we do. Give you guys the best of Sports Talk Radio every Tuesday at 6
Turkey
p.m. every
Day.
Saturday at 2 p.m. Hey, have a happy Thanksgiving.
Yes,
And
sir.
if we do a turkey bowl, it will be on the page. I threw it out there. There's only one person that said he would play, and that's Vance Law. So we'll see. We appreciate
things.
y'all, man. Enjoy your family. Be safe out there. Drink responsibly.
Please.
And continue to wear your mask and continue your social distancing.
Yeah, man.
Because there's a deadly disease that still exists. Let the ball bounce. Sports Talk Radio. Your guy, Dre Bailey.
Man, Goose Thomas.
Bill Blockham Logan. And if you scared,
Better go to church.
or blame it on Jimmy G.
Either way, you're safe.